It's time for the Fox Sports PBC pay-per-view main event of the evening. Introducing to you first the challenger on my right, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks with red and green trim, representing the outstanding fighting family tradition and known as boxing's pride from Oxnard, California. He weighed in at 145 and 1/2 pounds. His record 39 wins, no losses, 30 big wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, stepping up in weight, risking his undefeated record and seeking his 5th weight division title. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former featherweight world champion, the former super featherweight world champion, the former super lightweight world champion, and the current lightweight champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the undefeated and distinguished 4-division champion of the world, introducing Mikey Garcia. And his opponent across the ring, the defending world champion, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trunks with red and green trim, fighting out of and proudly representing his home of Dallas, Texas. He weighed in at a ready 146 and 1/4 pounds. Truly one of the stars of boxing today, and pound for pound greats. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with a record of 24 wins, no losses, 21 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, he also is risking his untarnished record and is making the 3rd defense of his title. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the hard-hitting, reigning and defending, undefeated IBF welterweight champion of the world, introducing the Truth, Errol Spence Jr. And now introducing our 3rd man to the ring, the referee in charge of this bout, John Shorley.
Mr. Spence, Mr. Garcia, this fight is for the IBF world title. Give me a good, clean fight. Obey my commands and protect yourselves at all times. Judge gloves, good luck.
Our main event, close to 50,000 here at AT&T Stadium. Errol Spence from the Dallas area, Mikey Garcia from Oxnard, California. Both undefeated. Someone, Joe, has got to go. Pound for pound supremacy is on the line in this prize fight. It's a big fight in a big stadium in Arlington. Legacy on the line for both. Who will prevail in the biggest fight of 2019? We're about to find out. Spence Garcia, our main event, with this place electric here at AT&T Stadium. Mikey is conventional. The southpaw is Spence. Stepping around with the right hook was Spence. Spence is a vicious body puncher. Expect to see him dig to the body and try to test the newfound physique of Mikey Garcia. Garcia's going to have to try to get on the inside to negate the leverage and the long reach of Errol Spence. This one is scheduled for 12 rounds. As we are approaching the midway point of round one, just a couple of jabs followed by that straight left from Spence. Jab comes out by Spence. Garcia uses the jab, but Garcia hasn't done anything significant. A big straight left that connected by Spence. Spence still trying to measure Garcia with the jab. But so far, Spence has been more active. Garcia hasn't landed anything appealing to the eye. Here in this first round might be a feeling out process for Garcia. Garcia cannot afford to be such a slow starter. We are approaching the final moments of round one. So far, it has been a lot of jabs for Spence, maybe one straight left, but other than that, it has been what typically happens in prize fights, a feeling out process in our opening stanza.
William Hill sponsors boxing on ITV.
Muy bien, okay?
Okay.
Don't do nothing that don't make no sense. I see you
Punches landed round 1, 16 for Spence, just 3 for Garcia.
Pasito, pasito, si para atrás.
Round 2, this one is scheduled for 12. Errol Spence, a defending world champion, looking to make the third defense of his championship. Mikey Garcia looking to grab another world title. Garcia now trying to pressure Spence. We'll see if he can get Spence to back up. But Garcia's trying to take control of the center of the ring. Spence using that jab and a straight left down the middle. Another one. A right hook that landed upstairs for Spence. Straight left down the center for the truth. Again, Mikey really hasn't done too much. Spence is being considerably more active here in the first round and a half of the fight. But what is surprising to me is that Spence has not gone to the body of Garcia. He is a vicious body puncher, is Spence. As Chris Algieri, as Leonard Bundu, as Carlos Ocampo. Now he threw left to the body, but that was blocked by Mikey. Mikey's doing a good job defensively. to evade that. As we have 65 seconds left in the second round. A jab followed by a right hand, and now Mikey is starting to pick up his work rate. A swooping right cross for Garcia. A left hook to the body by Garcia. That seemed to fluster Spence. Spence covered up, and he was wincing to a degree. This is high-level action here in round number 2 as the action is picking up. Garcia threw a right hand, but that was partially blocked by Spence, as was the left hook by Garcia. That's the end of the second.
Some feints also, you got me? Two way.
And here is the jab coming, or that was a straight left from Spence. It was a grazing shot, the jab by Spence, but here's the left hook that connected by Garcia. Round number 3 getting set to commence. Both extremely focused. Ray Flores ringside here at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A jab followed by a straight left from Spence. And chants of Mikey are echoing here at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Mikey's trying to find Errol Spence. Mikey is looking to pressure Spence as Spence comes forward again. It has been ebb and flow when it comes to who is going to be the aggressor and who will be the counterpuncher. A big straight left that landed right on target for Spence. And now Spence is starting to vary the location of his jab as he goes upstairs, and then a straight left that barely missed by Spence. Just over the midway mark of round 3. A big right hand that found its mark for Garcia as it stopped Spence in his tracks. But back comes Spence with the waffle of a straight left. A big straight left that found its mark for Spence. Garcia attacks the body of Spence. A straight left that grazed the body of Garcia for Spence. Doubling up on the jab is Spence. Spence coming forward more. That's the end of the third. And here is a look at, there's that big straight left right on the jaw of Garcia.
Keep the composure. Stay focused, Daddy. Stay focused.
Vamos, ¿ok? Vamos, hijo. Vamos.
This one is scheduled for 12. In round 3, Spence landed 40 punches, just 12 for Garcia. It is evident that the work rate favors Errol Spence. Spence continues to be more the aggressor. The jab followed by a left right on the earlobe, but back comes Mikey Garcia. Oh, big straight left that shook up Garcia, stopping him coming forward. What energy inside AT&T Stadium as Garcia tries to pressure Spence, but Spence is throwing more and landing more at almost triple the rate. Another left that was partially blocked, and then there is a little bit of a cut outside the left eye of Garcia. Spence tripled the landing of punches in the third. 40 for Spence, just 12 for Garcia. Mikey's being selective in his punches as Spence doubles up on the jab, and he goes with the right hook to the body, but answering back is Garcia. Spence is so accurate when he throws. When he throws, it is with a purpose. And a left hook to the body by Garcia, who is trying to stop the mobility of the 2012 United States Olympian. And 21 punches landed for Spence in this round, just 11 for Garcia. And what a chopping left hand for Errol Spence. This is becoming somewhat of a clinic in the first 3 rounds plus. A big straight left backing up Garcia, but Garcia retaliates with a left hook to the body. Garcia has only landed 18 punches compared to that of 59 for Spence. So it just goes to show you that Errol Spence, who has made it his calling card to double on the connect percentages and outland his punch, his opponent's almost 2-1. Big straight left on the chin of Garcia. Spence is really picking up the action and his work rate. A left to the body and he gets out of danger. Spence is having a very big 4th round here in Arlington, but back comes Garcia.
Ahí va. Bien, está el golpe. Ok. Más combinaciones, más seguidito. Así como terminaste la última,
Take a look at some of the action.
Él se siente,
The jab followed by a left right on the chin of Garcia. Bang. Round number 5. This one is scheduled for 12. A right hand down the middle. Garcia comes back. Garcia now is pressuring Spence. Garcia has a sense of urgency. How will Spence respond? The jab right to the midsection. And look at Garcia. And a jab coming out by Spence, followed by a chopping left hand. Back comes Garcia. left hand that connects by Spence. Mikey Garcia has been unable to assert himself. He is being outworked by Errol Spence. Spence is more accurate and seems to be walking down Garcia now. But Garcia still throwing, but he is missing a lot of his punches. A big straight left for Spence. A right hand that was partially blocked by Spence. Garcia has been unable to land anything with substance behind it.
William hit.
You wait. Hey, you want it. You wait. But keep boxing, just like this. Don't go in just there. But if you get close, short them shots up on the inside and rotate, all right? Hands up high, all right?
Chica, viene, sigue inteligente, Pero vamos, Íñigo. El Mapis.
And taking a look at the numbers, 98 punches in round number 5. Just 32 for Mikey Garcia. Doubling up on the jab is Spence. This one is scheduled for 12. A jab followed by a straight left for Spence. And again, Garcia has been unable to figure out Errol Spence. Spence continues to use that jab and is on that lead front right leg. Mikey has been throwing, but has not been able to connect anything substantial. And a big straight left for Spence. Spence going to the body, ripping on Garcia. Another whacking Garcia Spence. Errol Spence with 32 body shots compared to 7 for Mikey Garcia. There's a big straight left for Spence. That hammered Mikey Garcia. And now Spence goes to work a big right hook. That landed, but back comes Garcia. The heart, the determination of Garcia. Followed by a left hook upstairs. Doubling up on the jab is Spence. Spence with a jab followed by a straight left to the body. Spence is burying his attack. Another straight left right to the midsection of Garcia. But back comes Garcia. And Mikey throwing punches but not landing anything of major significance. And Spence, 132 compared to that of 39.
No me bajes, hermanos. Venga, llévese eso.
So Errol Spence is outlanding Mikey Garcia 132 to 39. That is made like significant. This has just been an Errol Spence clinic thus far. The jab comes out for Spence. And Errol, he is so economical with his punches. And Mikey has been unable to do anything of validity here in this matchup. A body shot again by Spence. Well, Garcia's been able to withstand the body attack of Spence thus far. And again, Spence is focusing on going to the body. Very smart on his part to do so. Spence continues to press the action. A jab followed by a straight left to the body, and they both touch gloves as Spence sent a shot downstairs. Again, Mikey still not doing anything, and he's behind significantly on the scorecards. This has been Errol Spence proving how good he is technically. Again, another big shot by Spence. And there is Deontay Wilder. The Bronze Bomber.
Taking pose. Don't reach so much, I'm keep telling you.
And let's take a look, and this is the entire fight. And again, it's been the Errol Spence show here in Arlington in his hometown.
Tirando.
Keep the composure, keep the chin down. Stay focused, all right? Do not get reckless. If he come, break down, shorten him. Don't be so high up. A couple times you tie up. Let's go.
Ok, hay que hacerlo, Mikey. Un poquito más, Mikey.
Round number 8, this one is scheduled for 12. $150 to 44 for Spence. And Errol Spence is tripling the punch output for Mikey Garcia. 150 to 44. My goodness, those are staggering numbers in this prize fight. And they're telling Mikey Garcia and a big shot by Spence. And now blood streaming from the nose of Mikey Garcia as Errol Spence has started to bust him up. A left hook to the body. And again, Spence look at this work. And again, Mikey Spence has been avoiding the power of Garcia, and it has been all Errol Spence as Garcia's face is starting to swell.
Keep the composure. Stay on the stick, but start walking him down now, all right? Even get up, push him up, use your body on him. Man him on the
Joe,
inside.
catch that cheek. There you go. Thank you.
Walk him down, man him on the inside. Push him, use your body on him.
Por afuera nomás, con su jab, por afuera, ¿ok? Pita, vamos. Get close to me.
Round number 9, this one's scheduled for 12. It has been the Errol Spence show. Punch landed 189 compared to that of 52 for Garcia. Errol Spence is having his way in what has been the Errol Spence show. It's like, holy moly, you thought you knew that Spence was talented, but you didn't know he was going to go ahead and look this impressive against Garcia as he sends a straight left. Garcia trying to establish himself, but again, and with Garcia, he only landed 8 punches in the 8th round. A left hook to the body by Spence as blood is pouring from the nose and swelling along the left cheek of Garcia. There is the corner of Mikey Garcia. Spence backing up Garcia, straight left followed by a right hook to the body. Mikey didn't like it too well. Look at this work by Errol Spence. He is so good, and he is putting on a display that is almost virtuoso-like here in our main event. A right hook to the body upstairs. Spence, look at this combination as he's starting to walk down Mikey Garcia. Spence is looking for the finish as the fans that are supporting Spence rise to their feet. Garcia in trouble. He is getting beaten up now. A right hook to the body, followed by a combination. Back comes Mikey A right hook to the body. Mikey swelling up. The body attack wearing him down. Look at Spence. Go downstairs, upstairs. The left hook upstairs by Mikey, a right hand, and now Mikey comes back. Boy, does Mikey have a ton of bravado because he has taken a beating here at AT&T Stadium. That's the end of the ninth. And look at Spence. Spence walking down Garcia. A sweeping right cross and going to work. And again, Spence from that angle. And look at that uppercut.
Stay low. With the body on the side. Rotate, 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 all right? Keep your hands up high.
There is Manny Pacquiao, the 8th Division World Champion, who's in attendance, obviously focused on who the winner could be. He said he would love a matchup against the winner. The corner of Mikey Garcia told him that if they don't see anything substantial, they are going to wave it off, that they need to see Mikey throw. They're not going to allow him to take more of this beating. 247 to 40, 248 to 57 landed for Spence. Unbelievable numbers. Ray Moore is ringside.
Work inside.
And again, it is Errol Spence who is just continuing in this assault against Mikey Garcia. If I'm the corner of Mikey Garcia, I really have to think about maybe stopping this one because he's taken a lot of abuse. A right hook to the body by Spence. A right hook upstairs, and look at this. Look at this. The right hook by Spence. And Mikey Garcia in this fight, he came up in weight and he hasn't carried his power. He hasn't carried his speed. Spence is just too big, too strong. This is the weight in which Errol Spence has been dominating for quite some time. So now matchups potentially with Manny Pacquiao, await Errol Spence, or even Keith Thurman or Sean Porter, some of the elite in the welterweight division. A big straight left down the center. Look at Errol Spence. Continues to bust up the face of Mikey Garcia.
I got you, I got you, I got your break.
178 to 43 landed for Errol Spence in this dominating performance. And that's the end of the 10th.
2 rounds, Mikey, faltan. ¿Cómo se siente?
How do you
¿Quieres salir?
feel? You want to continue?
¿Sí?
¿Sientes este round bien?
¿Ya está mejor así? Entonces, pégatele nomás, bien pegadito, mijo, bien pegadito, púchelo para atrás. A la media fea, sí,
Come on, man.
Péguesele, pegándosele nomás. Faltan 2 rounds, ¿ok?
2 rounds are left.
Mira, afuera en la distancia él controla con su alcance, así que tienes que metértele adentro, cortito, y haztele, mete la cabeza, tira el cuerpo. Detén los codos
Attack the body. I want you to get the elbows.
Pero tienes que alzar las manos estos 2 rounds. Si quieres salirlos, ¿ok? ¿Quieres salirlos? Ok, pues.
You wanna go out for it?
2 rounds, ¿eh? Y no te levantes después de tirar, no te levantes. Chiquito, todo el rato, las manos arriba. Todo el rato, son 6 minutos nomás.
6 rounds?
6 minutos
Just
nomás.
6 more minutes.
¿Ok? Vamos pues, mijo.
It sounds like the corner of Mikey Garcia is going to try to have him finish out these 2 rounds, because especially being a Mexican fighter, if you're stopped, that isn't anything that you want to, unless you're significantly getting hurt, and Mikey is getting a beating tonight. But he is still on his feet, and that would be a detriment, especially with his own likely going to go to get stopped by Errol Spence. If Mikey goes the distance, then, well, he could say he went the distance with Errol Spence, but now Spence is going to try to close the show. A left to the body, his body's hurting. And look at Spence. This is just body punches and power shots in abundance. He is blasting and clipping Mikey Garcia all over. Look at this body work. Mikey hasn't thrown anything. I'm sure John Shirley's watching this. He should go ahead and stop it. This one is this is getting ugly. Spence is walking him down. The jab comes out. A right hook that connected, followed by a ripping shot to the body by Spence. Downstairs he goes. And it is Errol Spence who is continuing, and it's these rounds that if Mikey continues to take this could really affect him long-term as a prize fighter. John Shirley's watching the action. Mikey isn't throwing anything. He isn't throwing anything. Now he throws a 1-2, but still nothing. A right hook to the body by Spence. I'm surprised at the corner of Mikey Garcia. They need to have a long conversation with him. Better to be safe than sorry, because Spence is really pounding away upon him. And there is Mikey with the jab followed by a right hand. And Mikey continues to go ahead, and punches landed 315 compared to 65 for Mikey. This has been a clinic. Right hook to the body by Spence. Final moments of the 11th. It has been the Errol Spence Show here at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Wherever you're joining us around the world, you need to appreciate the greatness that we're watching out of Errol Spence as round 11 draws to a close.
Put the body on the punches. Rotate on the shots, all right? You keep shooting the left hook, all right? The left hook on top. Do not, you ain't gotta throw so many. Rotate, put the body on the shots. Hands up high. Go get him right now. Hands up high, rotate, 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 rotate. Huh?
And taking a look, Mikey Garcia has landed single digits Let's take a look at the flurry by Errol Spence. The straight left followed by the right hook. That left to the body. Mikey Garcia has landed in single digits in round 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. It just goes to show you the offensive firepower and the defensive skill of Errol Spence. Errol Spence, assuming nothing crazy happens, will cruise to a unanimous decision here in our main event. All right, hook to the body by Spence. And you know what, for Errol Spence, this is a defining victory for him because he just outclassed Mikey Garcia in every way. Mikey has a ton of heart and determination and is such a skillful fighter, but Mikey needs to go back to 135 or even 140. Over a minute has elapsed in the 12th and final round of our main event here this evening. Great to be with all of you. Over 47,000 here at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A jab followed by a straight left. A right hook to the body by Spence. Mikey throws a chopping right hand, but it was partially blocked by Spence. And Spence sized it up. Mikey again, under a minute to go in our main event.
Don't do that, don't do that.
John Shirley warning Spence about holding the top of the head of Garcia. Spence is looking to try to get a finish here and send the fans home at least with something definitive. There's a big straight left that landed for Spence. Spence close corners, a right hook, followed by a left. A left hook to the body. Spence is trying to get a knockdown. 20 seconds to go. Mikey Garcia standing up to the firepower, but he doesn't have anything close to enough. Final moments of Errol Spence's domination. Errol Spence Jr. clinically dissected Mikey Garcia here tonight. It was a virtuoso-like performance, and Mikey Garcia went to work. And all 47,525 saw what was dominance here tonight. Well, for Errol Spence, his 11-fight knockout streak has come to a close, but just dominance, excellence in every way, shape, and form for Errol Spence. And look at the effects of war by Mikey Garcia. If that doesn't tell you, at least moments ago, the face of Mikey, that it was battered and cut up. And here is how this fight played out. Boom. A left hook to the body. Upstairs for Spence, the jab. And Errol doing work on the inside. And look at this straight left, bang, right on the jaw of Mikey Garcia. And there is a 32% connect percentage. Errol landed 345. Total power punches, 237 landed for Errol. 464 thrown. Just 54 power punches landed for Mikey Garcia. Mikey dared to be great. Tonight he was not. But Errol Spence living up to his nickname of the truth. He was that. And we found out tonight. Send it up to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action here at AT&T Stadium, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Glenn Feldman, scores the bout 120 to 107. Judges Alex Levine and Nelson Vasquez both score the bout 120 to 108. All three in favor of the winner, remaining undefeated, proving he is one of the elite champions of the sport today, and still the IBF welterweight champion of the world, boxing's pride of Dallas, Texas, the Truth.